We've talked about energy shift. We've talked about all kinds of transitions, shifts between the unconscious and the conscious that coexist on this planet as human beings. We're going deep, deep, deep into some cool stuff. 369, Tesla's magic numbers. What did it mean? There's a 369 method for manifesting, but I'm going to show you something so powerful that I've been talking about for years on my channel. So empowering. You can do it today. And you just have to do these simple things. I'm going to discuss what the 369 meant to Tesla, how it's being used, and how you can start using it today. All things are possible. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. My whole channel is about break through the fear. Any limitation is what? Manifesting. Ooh, what does that mean? We're in such an unconscious state, a human state in the material world, that we believe that this is all there is. Well, yeah, maybe I can do law of attraction and sit here and meditate. Some things will show up. Not, and I'm going to show you why. Because there is something you can do, and it doesn't include all this cray-cray stuff of believing there's some separate source from you that's going to grant you something if you say the right mantra or light the right candle. No. So I want to empower you, because fear is the only thing that stops you from receiving all the things right now in your life that are not actually created but exist. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It cannot be created. What does that mean? Everything exists right now. You aren't creating anything, although we use that word, but what really is happening is everything already exists. And with our focus and attention, our free will, we actually experience it. That's all we're doing. How do we experience the things we desire? Well, the thing about being a human, I want you to remember this, because this is critical. And this is what I teach to my students. And when they understand this, they go into miracles. If you're in my miracle circle, you know this. We have some crazy stuff happening. Why? We have a total acceptance of the fact that we did choose this experience. This too is an illusion and an experience. Now let's talk about Tesla. Tesla was born during a lightning strike, and the midwife said, oh, he's a child of darkness, and his mother said, no, he's a child of light. That was a good, positive sign. Now let's just start with that. One person thinks he's a child of darkness, one another child of light. What happens if mom thought he was a child of darkness? She would absolutely have that belief and actions that coincided with that would affect him directly. But she chose light. Now Tesla, as a child, had out-of-body experiences. He talked freely about this. He visited countries, different cities, and he said that he was so happy there, and they were more real than this. So he wasn't dreaming. He was actually out-of-body, going to these places. He obviously had a deep understanding and connection with that quantum field, more than most of us. So everything is, as he stated, energy, frequency, and vibration. This is very important. 3 things. 3, 6, 9. That's 3 things. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Everything exists. Everything's a vibration. So everything that we choose that you see has a vibration that makes it a table or a person or a blade of grass. The frequency within it determines the consciousness, the intelligence, the choices within it. So in other words, a high frequency is you in a vibration that came down here. You had to lower your vibration to be a human because, you know, we're dense. And then you raise your frequency, you now expand into other areas of the energy field, and everything's energy. That's why Mr. Tesla was talking to pigeons. Yep, talking to pigeons. And man, he had a big thing with pigeons. All right, who's to say he didn't? Everything is possible. So when you discount somebody's beliefs or what their reality is, you're discounting the fact that all things are possible, and whatever you think and believe actually is your reality. Who's to tell you any different, right? And this is the key to today's discussion. What is 369? I'm not going to go into the scientific. There's videos out there that talk about it. But I want you to think about this. 369. If you add up all the other numbers, they come to all other numbers except for 369. But 369 always come up as 3, 6, or 9. So 369, according to Tesla, held the key to the universe. He really truly believed this. He would walk around the block 3 times before he would go into his hotel room or wherever he lived. The number on the hotel room itself had to add up to 3. So how do we say add up to? So let's say all of the numbers between 1 and 9, 1-digit numbers. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 6 and 1 is 7. You always have to add the 2 single digits to come up with 1-digit number. You didn't hear 3, 6, and 9 in that, did you? Okay, 3 and 3 is 6. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 9 and 9 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. What? Okay, that keeps happening over and over. Okay, triangle, pyramids, all of it equals up to 3, 6, or 9. 9 being the dominant number. Okay, the sum of any size or division of a circle is always 9. 9 controls the universe. All following geometry, digital roots, is a single number, which is every number except for 3, 6, 9. It repeats to infinity. A circle, 360 degrees. 3 and 6 equals 9. Divide it by any number. Let's say, 180 degrees. 1 and 8 is 9. 90 degrees, circle, 9. A triangle, 180. It all adds up to 9. A rectangle, a pentagon, octagon, interior angles are all 9. Diameter of the sum of Earth is 9. The diameter of the sun equals 9. Of the Earth, of the moon, time in minutes, seconds, day, week, year, all add up to 9. What? So math wasn't created, it was discovered. And Tesla believed that all the other digits were of a 3rd dimension, which is what we are. But that 3, 6, and 9 actually represent higher dimensions. Okay, so what does that mean? What am I supposed to do with that, right? Now, Tesla didn't come up with the 3-6 manifesting formula. In fact, if you look this up, people say, it means this. Oh no, it means this and this and this. Here's what it means. And I'm going to tell you how to use this. Because I teach people all kinds of methods, and it comes back to one thing. If you focus on something, if you guys have seen my video, 3 seconds to manifest anything, oh my gosh, that's interesting. I just realized I chose 3 seconds to manifest anything. I have a free mobile app. If you guys have signed up for my whatever, wherever it's coming up over here, the first thing I give you is a free mobile app, because what do? All day long I interrupt your thinking, because I want you to focus on that which you desire. Now, here's where the 369 comes in. So if I told you, and so one of my subscribers said that their daughter wanted a job, and it was between her and somebody else, and she said, turn around 3 times and say, abracadabra, I have the job. She gets the job. Now, maybe that did it or not, but here's what I believe about that and everything else with the 369. If you say something that you desire 3 times, you choose 3 things you want, and you say it 6 times a day, there's other formulas for this. You say it 3 times, and then 6 times, and then 9 times, whatever combination. Here's how you can manifest it, because you believe it. You believe it, and so you're focused on it. So what that does is it causes you to focus all day long on the thing that you desire. But you got to believe it. So if you're going, and you're just saying it. Energy, vibration, frequency, it's all connected. In other words, if you're of a low vibration and frequency, and you say, I don't think I'm going to believe this, and you say it, you're actually saying it's not going to happen. I teach this all the time. Listen to all of the people out there with law of attraction. They're either giving you methods and separating you from that actual attraction. If you say this and you do this and put up these pictures, it'll show up. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, talk to the hand. Shut your pie hole, because the truth is you are a major manifester with a thought. With a thought. So if you switch your thoughts all day long to the things you desire, and you say 369 is magical, and they are powerful numbers, then you actually tap into a higher power, a higher frequency. 369, universal powers versus, so higher dimensions, 5 dimensions and above. So even time is connected to 3, 6, and 9. So Tesla believed that everything was created from these numbers, and that everything, you look at everything that's created, spirals and triangles, everything all has these numbers built in, and they're all the same into infinity. So if you divided this circle and you kept going, it still comes up with 9. You just focus on that which you desire and go ahead, use the 3. If that man, the most intelligent person on the planet at the time, at least, I think probably still is the most intelligent person that walked the planet, circled around 3 times, what is he? Obsessive compulsive? Probably. It was a little out there. However, is that intelligence or is that cray-cray? I really don't care. He did amazing things. Now, he didn't make a lot of money, but that's still a choice within Tesla's life that we can't understand. I want you to remember that everything that you're doing right now, every thought, is creating. It cannot not create. It's impossible because you are the creator. That's where the word creation comes in. You're the creator by focus, creates, brings, and manifests it into the world because it already exists. All you have to do is feel very confident and very good and very passionate about the thing you desire. And if you don't have that in check, I suggest you sit down and ask yourself why not. You guys have come in here. I have 4 steps, 4 proven steps to manifest anything. Why do I keep saying that? Because you can actually do freaky stuff. I have people that have quit addictions, had spontaneous healings, higher jobs, miracle healings with people they love. Just crazy stuff that's going on. Is it crazy? No. They're actually just tapping into the very thing that exists, and now they actually believe they can do it. And they don't accept no for an answer, but they don't control it from an ego standpoint. What does that mean? So my ego says, I'm going to fall in love, but it has to be you. And then you're violating free will, and that's a lower frequency. So when you go to the higher frequencies, 3, 6, 9, you're going into a higher dimension where stuff just shows up. Because you're not in a low frequency ego state of mind. It has to be that person or that job or that house. Guess what? I didn't know that this place even existed until it popped up. I just desired a place right on the water, beautiful weather, wonderful neighbors, walkable to everything. Voila! It shows up. It was taken. You've heard these stories. I tell you crazy stories about my life. It was taken. But I didn't accept that. I said, you know what? It's this or better. And I called the real estate agent back and said, you know what? That's really perfect for me. If anything happens with that or something similar, he said, the lady didn't show up. Come on over. It's yours. I wrote a check. And here I sit. If you move past the limitations and not expect anything from the ego standpoint, in other words, it didn't happen, this doesn't work, and then you go back into, lower dimensional thinking, you have to know that's okay. This is all unfolding in a way that I can't understand because we think about our time here and we think things are exactly the way they are here, and other things are formulating for us. Because we are in density, it takes a while for it to show up, because if every one of your thoughts manifested like that, we'd be in trouble, right? Especially when you're a kid and you tell your parents, I hate you, I wish you were, dead, and so that would not be good. Okay, so you ready? You ready to do this with me? We're going to do an experiment. I want to hear the response from you. I'm going to do this myself. Pick 3 things, 3 different things. And in the morning, we're going to do our own little combination because all these things work, and it's just about 3, 6, 9. In the morning, I want you to say the 3 things 3 times. Won't take you long. True love flows to me easily. Money flows to me. My perfect job has manifested. Whatever it is you want to say, it's yours to choose. Say it 3 times. In the afternoon, say it 6 times. In the evening, say it 9 times. Again, won't take you long, but it's going to be on your mind, right? Actually, this is what's really happening. So we use magical numbers, but now we think these are magical numbers. Ooh, these are universal numbers. So now in your mind, something about saying it 3, 6, and 9 is powerful. So you're already thinking in a different kind of way. And then you are thinking about the things you desire instead of, the world's a horrible place, and whatever your worries are. And so then you're aware of it all day long. Now when I do this and I have something on my mind, I don't keep going, I must have whatever. I just see it. I just envision it. I envision it. And I just know it. I know it's a probability and I see it in my head. And darned if it doesn't always show up. Always. This is why worrying, ooh, not good. Don't be worrying. Come on over and join my free video series, and I've got some things to help you stay on track to get away from that. It manifests. Everything's manifesting. Somebody said, how do I manifest? I said, you're doing it right now. Whatever you're thinking, tell me about your life. I'll tell you what you're thinking. That's it. Because your thoughts are things, and they do manifest. And without judgment. There's no punishment. It's just creating. It's just experience. It's just expanding. Creating means I'm focusing on something that exists already, and so now it comes into my reality. And the more that I'm focused on that, if it's worrying that what's, horrible things are going to happen, those very things that could happen for you that are miracles won't come into your life. And that's why a lot of people don't experience miracles, because they just don't believe it. Christ couldn't heal everybody. And, interesting part, energy, yep, he told people that didn't believe to leave the room. It's an energy field that everything affects you, right? So if you're hanging around with negative people, or you're in a negative job or situation, you're doing a job that destroys the planet, all of it counts. It's part of your energy field. So you guys know this. I keep giving you options to change your life. All are options, starting from how you work. Get training, online training, create an online business, travel all over the world. We have people doing amazing things right now. Online business, not your thing, that's okay. Learn other skills. Get away from the things that are destroying your planet. If you are the facilitator of a new, beautiful world, you'll live in that. I sense amazing things are happening right now. People know their power. Instead of, I will do this and it'll show up. It's like, I'm doing this because I am the creator of my own reality with things that already exist, and my focus brings it in. And I'm going to be cool with it. So if things happen that you don't like, as I teach, it's because you haven't mastered it yet. So if something shows up, you go, oops, something for me, I need to work on this. Not, I don't want it. Don't struggle against anything. Just, okay, all right, I just did an event. What causes suffering? Struggle. This shouldn't be this way. Know that it's all purposeful. The universe doesn't make a mistake. There's no such thing as chaos. Even that's organized. This is pretty cool stuff. Now, so Tesla, once again, no one really knows about the manifesting power of 369, except for the fact that he said it was powerful. He never really shared the exact details of that, but he said, once you understand it, you will have the answers, the secrets to the entire universe. I think it's beyond human thinking. But again, magical numbers, use them. He did. He didn't have a formula. That is not his formula. The 369 method, that's been created by other people. But hey, they're using these cool numbers. So let's do it. Do it every day. Tell me what happens for you. All right. I would love for you to subscribe, and please share my videos. Post them anywhere you want to. I want to empower people. My whole mission here is to tell you you're doing everything. You're creating your reality, and it continues on into infinity. So when you go beyond the human body, you bring all those lessons and thoughts and beliefs with you, and that's why near-death experiences, everybody goes into this amazing place, but they have different experiences depending on what they were connected to, what their thoughts and beliefs are, and religion and all that stuff. You continue on to infinity. So let's open our minds here. Let's open up to whatever that is beautiful and perfect, because that is you. That is the essence of you. Everything else is the experience to know the contrast to that, right? You can't know blue if you've always been in blue, until you see red and you go, wait a minute, what's this? Oh, that's blue. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Subscribe. Free videos. Why am I messing this up right now? Let's see. It's to my left. Free videos, I think, to show you how to create an online business. You don't have to have products or services. Just get in the game. Get skills. Get knowledge. Use internet for good things. Reach global audiences. If you have a message, share it. If it's positive, if it's fearful, well, talk to the hand. But I think that you are here because you know there's something so powerful and amazing that you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, raising your frequency, one light being at a time. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Tell me your results. We're going to start reporting these. Beautiful things can happen starting today. Namaste.